Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday. Are you thriving? Winter is coming, man. Are you planning to prosper? So we asked for a name, and it seems like Thursday Thriving was the most popular. So thank you. We'll roll with that for now. It's Thursday, and you should be working on your thriving vehicles, right? So today we're going to go over Larry Summers, the first and one of the more prominent speakers over at Tony. He was the Secretary of Treasury back in the late 90s. And when we went through this whole thing in 2008, 2009, he was on the National Economic Council assisting government with how to deal with that whole mess. So today I'll be sharing, what he shared with us over at the event. Inflation's at 40-year highs. So what now? What happens to the economy? What are the economists saying? And so what Mr. Summers invited us to consider first was what defines a great economist, right? And he shares that it's someone that thinks clearly, not optimistically, not pessimistically, but clearly, someone that gives great advice, especially around secondary order of consequence. So it isn't someone that gets married to their idea and pushes their agenda on other people. It's someone that says, well, here are the range of options. If we do this, well, then the secondary order of consequence can be that. And if we do this, then the secondary order of consequence can be that. And ultimately, it's weighing the options and the repercussions, implications, etc. It's someone that's confident, but not cocky. Because if you're going to take advice on such big matters, you need someone that feels confident in their opinions, but not cocky to where they could feel a different way, and someone that has sound judgment, especially when the world is uncertain. So what's important now? Well, Larry says that courage is essential in these moments, that, the courage to make the tough decisions, the courage to be confident through the unknown, and ultimately that what's paramount is creating the right fundamentals to start to correct a problem like this. Also, an important evaluation is wages, monthly wages against government spending, what Washington is spending. And if that gap is too wide, that needs to be rectified, and that's something that needs to be addressed. So then he goes into his, predictions / suggestions. And predictions are that interest rates will continue to rise to offset inflation, or rather, government will continue to raise interest rates to offset inflation. And then that will come, the secondary order of consequence there will be that stock prices and other investment vehicles will feel a drawback as buying power will come down. We're already feeling both of those things. Ask Netflix, ask the stock market in general, and this will continue until the market stabilizes or we find the floor, and then things will rebound. We've experienced this, multiple times over the last 2 decades. And some of his suggestions, there was a thought prior to this year, prior to COVID, that Bitcoin might be a hedge against inflation or a hedge against the stock market. And we've seen that is not, it's not conclusive, right? Maybe still inconclusive, but certainly not conclusive that is a hedge. We saw the stock market pull back. That's normally when, you would think Bitcoin would have an inverse effect, but it didn't. High yield bond markets, if there's further depreciation of the stock market, and if cash continues to be, worthless to be extreme, look out for high yield bonds. And drumroll, real estate. Real estate, the low inventory rates will likely maintain prices. They won't be he doesn't believe there'll be a big drop off. And even if there is, over these last several decades, every time there's been a pullback, real estate has a proven track record of bouncing back. So even if you're getting something, on the lower end, there should be this confidence that it will bounce back. So that's what I have for you today. I was hoping to make the video 2 to 3 minutes. We're just around 4 minutes. Sorry, not sorry. I want to share everything that I've learned with you guys. So it's Thursday. Go out there, thrive, do some research. Winter is coming, folks. This is not an opinion. It's not my opinion. The interest rates will go up. Winter is coming, and some of the biggest fortunes were created during winter. So plan to prosper. Make sure you dedicate some time to thinking how you'll thrive, and tune in next week. Have a good one, everyone.